Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Islam. No, Islamism. I am Sister Tahita S. Najil of CalifaMedia.com, mrcicharities.org and com, risingofmoors.org and com, and excuse me, certifiedmoorish.org and com. And happy holy day to all Moors and Muslims all over the world. It's another Friday roundup. Islam, right? This is my weekly. I know other Moors call it a strong or whatever else. I'm not going to get ready to get into that, but to keep things simple and common. My weekly recap of what I've been up to so Moors can find out, see where you can get in, and feel free to bite, because I believe if you can do better, do better. Boo-hoo, if you can do better than me, that kind of thing. So anyway, I'm not going to keep y'all too long, because I have, it's almost a weekend, and I'm still straightening up, because I like to clean up on Venus's day. I like to freshen up the temple, right? Going with that energy, and I want to get it done before sunset. So, let me jump right in. This week's summary of what I'll be covering. The topics are Democrats on the run, 10 Commandments access denied, arbitrary justice cubed, and the main topic, vine and fig tree. Islam to the people on TikTok, Islam to the people on Instagram, and Islam to the ones where I'll be posting up this, the one I'm just recording on my computer because I tried. I gave YouTube a chance, but nah, I'm good with that. Anyway, so weekly announcements, real quick, what I got going on in my world, and you can probably fit in too. Tomorrow, Saturday, what is it? I'm looking at the calendar. August 8th. Or no, today is August 8th. Today is 8/8. Tomorrow, August 9th at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central Time. The Moorish Hall of Learning will be holding a film studies discussion where we will be discussing Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 1, Episode 4, Code of Honor. All right, it's a very, very Moorish episode. And we won't be watching it, so we can spend that time discussing it. Maybe if we can, we'll probably bring up clips or whatever. But yeah, go watch it. You can find it for free someplace, because it was first released in 1987. All right, so you should be able to find it for free somewhere. And that's tomorrow. And you can access the discussion by going to certifiedmoorish.org/temple-finder. Or just go to certifiedmoorish.org and click on Temple Finder. It's right there at the top. Or if you're on a mobile device, just click on the little hamburger menu thing, and it's Temple Finder. It's right there, and there's a direct link to the class. All right, that's that. Next, in our last two meetings with the hosts of this upcoming meetup, right, where the Moors will be discussing a Moorish episode of Star Trek. I mean, listen to that. All right. I know I love it. But anyway, our last two meetings, business kept coming up and trust kept coming up, right? And getting more organized kept coming up. So at our Sunday school last week, I brought up, the Moors need to set up a chamber of commerce. We need to do something where those who are so interested and want to be more active as far as like in the realm of commerce, all right, like business, not necessarily investing, but maybe, right? But I'm just talking about business organization right now, Chamber of Commerce, because that's what they do. They do the business part, right? And this past Wednesday, I had some time, and I went on there, and it's like, here's what happened. I need to cover something else anyway, and I hopped on. It's like, oh, okay, this might work out. I just need something to fill this with. Why would I just be, because I need a reason, that kind of thing. I just don't like being in front of screens and encouraging others to do the same, just sitting in front of screens for no reason. So I need a reason, right? I'm like, why not put together start a chamber of commerce where business-minded Moors can start networking. Y'all can ask me questions, because in this Wednesday presentation I did this week, questions about business came up. And it's like, oh, well, this, that, and the other, right? Maybe I should make something where more, if you want to, you can just, I have a reasonable amount of experience in business, and I have a lot of experience with astrology. So while my space may not look palatial, like I know what I'm doing, I know it's a matter of time. So my chart says, first slowly, then all at once. And my all at once is coming very, very soon, which is why I've been out here more often. I'm riding some waves, right? And that's going to be another service offered soon. So anyway, if you are so interested, I'll be here on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. What is this? Eastern time, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, right? Where I'll just be up here. I don't know. I'll find something to talk about. I'll cover what I'm doing in business because that seems to be a theme. For instance, just like we're holding the film studies, I want to expand that to cover also a book club, film studies and book clubs. A lot of films are based on books, right? So I've been reading this very thin book called What Would the Rockefellers Do? It's a pretty good read. It's written supposedly, I don't know how truthful it is. I'm going to go ahead and give the authors credit and say they're telling the truth. And but both of them grew up poor and figured out how to create generational wealth and wrote a book about it. Wrote several books. The thing reads like a dang commercial too. But it's like, you know what? That's fine. I get why you're doing it. I can just skip past. That stuff don't work on me, but I understand. So anyway, I'll be on here. I might be discussing stuff from this book because it's really good. It's like, okay, I knew this, but now this is giving me the confidence. Like, oh, you know how especially with our people, with Moors, AKA so-called black people, AKA so-called, don't call yourself no FBO. Hey, do not call yourself an FBA. Tangent, look it up because happy day. One of the things that happened in my life this week, right? Here's the business part. I received notice that a trademark got published in the Federal Registry. So I have a federal trademark, all right? And that's something. I did not do this on purpose. This is the trademark, if you can see it. It's Rise of the Moors. That's the trademark that just got approved, just got published a couple of days ago. All right. And I don't know why I brought that up. Oh, but anyway, how I knew that, you know how you just need that confirmation. You know what you're doing, but because everything else has been so hard, you assume this is going to be hard too. So reading this, right? Because I have put trust together for other people. No problem. Here you go. But mine is one of those one time. I know I can always do something else to address anything I forgot to do the first time. I know that. But if you understand, you understand. I don't like explaining myself. But if you get it, you get it. I want to be like, it's like I could buy a $20 shirt or a $400 shirt. I would rather save up for the $400 shirt. Okay, if you don't understand why, that's too bad. If you do understand why, you get it. So anyway, this book is actually confirming a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and basically saying you good to go, right? And I love how they wrote it. You know, not to like. Actually, I'm gonna put this on. Certified Moorish is the business side of Califa Media is the whole thing, and it's like sprouting these other initiatives, right? One of which is a charity. That's Mercy Charities. The other, which is, I guess, a unity, a collaboration, a networking site. That's Rise of the Moors, right? Because that's what the Moorish meetups go through. And then Certified Moorish is how we're setting up our Chamber of Commerce for who? Certified Moorish, because everybody's trying. Every freedom that people enjoy in this country came from something we did, but don't get to enjoy. I was just thinking about that the other day, how these foreigners are saying, I just love how I was able to come over here with $50 in my pocket, and now I'm a millionaire 5 years later. Do you understand what was going on in this country in 1930, 1940, 1950? This is after slavery, all right? How you couldn't do nothing if you were not a Caucasian male. I mean, their women couldn't even open up bank accounts and credit accounts and all that stuff. They couldn't do anything without some male involved with it. All right? Who fought for that? They try to say, oh, well, the suffragettes did this. No, I forgot. Oh, it was based on something that I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to take anything away from what women have done because as the older I get, the more I realize, and yes, I'm tangenting, males are unstable. They're very dangerous because it's like they call us emotional. We are emotional. That's good because that means we let it out and we know we get used to feeling it and how to deal with it. Males lash out. They don't deal with stuff, and that's y'all fault for doing that to each other. All right. And so women and children have to be careful around y'all. If you didn't know, it's nothing personal and it's not all of y'all. But it's like, oh, look, what a cute tiger with his owner. I don't know if he's going to eat me. He didn't eat that guy. Just because he didn't eat that guy don't mean he won't eat me. So we have to be careful around y'all until we know better. That kind of thing. And so I was just saying, backing it up, no one was able to do anything in this country until we fought for it. Can you imagine in 1930, you're Mexican. No, let me pick another country. You're Cameroonian, right? And you know how to braid hair because she all over the place. They use her all over the place. You're Cameroonian in 1930 and know how to braid hair as a woman. Are you going to be able to open a bank account? No. Are they going to let you do anything you choose? No. One, because you're a woman, and two, you look too much like the niggas. And you're a foreigner. You're African. You do know the Constitution says anybody of African descent can't really be a citizen in this country. It's the Constitution. I'm not saying the amendments. I'm talking about the actual document. Because it's a trust document. You have the document itself that established everything, and then you got the amendments that can get this. Do you understand why? Right? Who's amending this stuff? I can't change the original document. I can't do that. All I can do is tweak what's up in there with these garbage amendments. Don't believe me? Look at, and I'm getting all over the place, but that's probably fine. Look at the prohibition. Perfect example. No alcohol for anyone. Okay, never mind. That tells you how fraud it was. All right. But anyway, let me stick to my notes because I respect your time. And I'm all over the place. This is why I have notes. And I haven't been on these things at all. Okay, at least I covered all that stuff. Okay, so I'm backing up. I'm on track. Okay. Backing it up. So I just said about trust. This is confirming our people have been overthinking stuff. I'm about to pull numerous triggers, and I'm inviting the Moors to come along. And that's going to be on certifiedmoors.com because I want to work with some certified Moors. All right. And that's the Moors Chamber of Commerce. But look for announcements on that. Okay. And also with that, the 508 course is scheduled for release during the next full moon. New moon. It's ready, right? But I used the energies. What was that? Who said that? It was some billionaire who said millionaires don't use astrologers. Billionaires do. But you never hear about billionaire astrologers. Isn't that weird? So why don't I just set up this fake person called a corporation and serve them? I'm just saying. So the next new moon is a new moon in Virgo on, what is this? August 23rd. Perfect. That's a 23rd. That's a 5. That's perfect. So look for that. It's ready, right? I've been done this. I've had this done for years, and it's just like, whatever. I might just like do a pre-release, right? And then, maybe I'll do that. I've done that before. What is that called? A pre-sale. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. And y'all can get a discount with that. So that'll be for the 508 course that will be released in the next 2 weeks, but you can pre-order it for a discount. There we go. All right. So the weekly news is 15 minutes. I'm about to get into the weekly news real quick. Okay. This goes into Democrats on the run, 10 commandments access denied, and arbitrary justice cubed. All right. And then I want to touch on the vine and fig tree thing really very much. So I'm just going to run through this. So weekly news, Texas redistricting. Texas redistricting crisis and alleged federal overreach. In Texas, I said Democratic because I actually know the history of the Democrat. It's right there in the name, right? Democratic mob rule, right? Not the republic as this country was set up to be. So I call them demons because the first Democratic Party was set up to try to keep slavery in place. Anyway, so Texas redistricting crisis and alleged federal overreach. In Texas, Democratic lawmakers fled the state to block a GOP-backed redistricting plan. Reports surfaced that the FBI was involved in locating them, prompting Democrats to decry the move as authoritarian and potentially illegal. The episode raises questions about federal involvement in state legislative matters. Okay, this speaks to the extreme arbitrary nature of the crumbling U.S. government. This is my part. The first part was like, tell me what happened this week, AI, and then here's my part, my response. This speaks to the extreme arbitrary nature of the crumbling U.S. government. Redistricting isn't supposed to occur until after the national census every 10 years. To this year, so every 10 years on a zero. What year is it now? I like to ask questions because then you have to answer them in your head and I don't have to argue with you. I just ask questions, right? Argue with the truth. So this speaks to the extreme, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, redistricting isn't supposed to occur until after the national census, and not because the president won the state, so now he wants to make sure he keeps it. Trump actually said that. I got the most votes, so I can go ahead and do this. That was it. I think I just quoted it verbatim, exactly he said I can, so I will. One of those, what's that situation? I'll ask forgiveness, not permission. The dude is a straight up criminal. He really is, right? But look at his background. Look at his grandfather, right? His father, I gotta respect that dude to a point. I really do. And then you was like, yeah, I see. Your grandfather was a scumbag. He was just like sneaky and slimy. Your son was sneaky and slimy. Your dad was sneaky and slimy. And you're another scumbag, all right? You really are. It's just crazy. If you know their history, it's just like, wow. Anyway, to get around the census, Trump has announced, you ready for this? People start complaining, yo, you cannot do redistricting until we know how many people are in the district. We don't know that until the census is run every 10 years. Makes sense, right? So his solution, you ready? Trump has announced the census will be performed 5 years early to accommodate the census requirements for redistricting. You gotta love this stuff. You gotta love it. It's totally and completely illegal. But hey, where there is no complaint, there is no controversy. As long as don't nobody say nothing, what's the problem? Trust and believe, people are already typing up lawsuits. All right. I find it highly entertaining. I'm like, wow. It really is like watching monkeys try to drive a car. Or cave beasts. How about that? Cave beasts trying to be civilized. I saw a clip that said, Europeans have never been civilized. Well, what about the stuff we built? No, civilized, as in you have gone a prolonged period of time without attacking someone else or even each other. All right? Why did Washington say, stay out of foreign wars? Because that's all they did their entire history. The United States has only had like 3 or 4 years without war. Europe don't know they don't know a month without war. There's always some fighting going on between these people. Do you know what slowed it down? It used to be really bad. Are you ready for this? You know what slowed down them killing each other? I gotta look it up, but I think it was Pope Innocent. And he said, turn your swords from each other to the Holy Land. And he started the Crusades. So go kill those people and so y'all stop killing each other. These are the people we're dealing with. Know your history. Know your history. That's why I just be looking at them when they talking. I just be looking at them like, you know what I mean? Anyway, the brother's point was civilizations are civil. That part. Not just because you built some stuff. And then he was like, they didn't even build anything. I love this word. They settled. They borrowed. Think about it. The Phoenicians were straight up us. You could tell by who the Greeks were painting on their pottery when they first started making pottery. It did not look like no pale faces. And then the Romans borrowed from the Greeks. Yes or no? And then the United States borrowed from the Romans. Yes or no? Okay. They don't do anything. All that they're really good at is death, disease, war, and suffering. Prove me wrong. We came up with medicine. No, you didn't. Y'all steal everything. Y'all came up with medicine the way you came up with the cotton gin. How many of y'all believe a slave owner came up with some way to make picking cotton easier for his slaves? Give me a break. And I can prove that it wasn't them. I want to get back to this real quick because I'm getting on in time. I might come back to this other stuff because it don't matter. Have you ever noticed? I'm just going to put something in y'all heads to think about because it actually came up today. What was I watching? It was something talking about baby formula. All right. And how the baby formula cartel, yada, yada, who cares? I just was like, there's an issue with baby formula. I find it hilarious. And then it just made my mind think. They were like, people were like commenting on how, they were saying that the baby formula cartel is responsible for the failure of the family in America because that enabled women to be able to go out to work, right? And then the baby formula cartel is lobbying. I guess I am covering some other news. I'll cover this other stuff later because this is actually news. The baby formula cartel has been lobbying. They're the ones who have been in the way of paid family leave and extending it, right? Because that will give mothers time to breastfeed and decide to keep doing it. If you give them more than 8 weeks, they might decide to just keep doing it. So they've been lobbying against mothers feeding babies so they can make $1. And I'm like, are you sure it's because they can make $1? That might be what it is now. But do you know, here we go with the history.
Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that this message may be spread widely to assist in our mission to normalize Moorish.
Do you know the history of baby formula? Why it became so big in the 60s? Do you know? I said the 60s. Can somebody please comment anywhere? Well, these two places, TikTok or Instagram. Can you comment why you think baby formula became so popular and just blew up in the 50s and the 60s? Can you guess? And it also correlates with why the United States is falling apart right now. Why it blew up the way it did at the beginning and now it's falling apart. And they have to keep like rehashing and remaking stuff. Do you know why? Baby formula became popular when they couldn't make Moorish women be wet nurses no more. 50s and 60s correlates with what? Civil rights movement. We have been working the whole time. We have always been working, all right? Always. Oh, after slavery, the men started taking care of us. They couldn't because they were purposely sabotaged. You a sharecropper? I'm a sharecropper. Our children are sharecroppers to the point where I was telling my children about this. And my mother is from Drew, Mississippi. They centered, there was 2 different school years. One for the Caucasian children. They started in like August, September. And then the so-called black children would start school in November after the harvest season. And everybody still get out in May. You understand what's going on? Because they got to be out in May in time for planting. How did I get on this? Yeah, I wish I could go back. Anyway. Know your history. Baby formula. So I said it correlated with the fall of this country. So they had to come up with baby formulas because Caucasian women couldn't feed their own babies. Why can't you feed your own babies? Well, if you don't use it, you lose it. Ever wonder why their breasts are so tiny and they got to get implants where we don't? Don't use it. You lose it. Right? So now we're not feeding your babies no more. Somebody got to come up with something. Oh, looky here. We can make a ton of money forcing these stupid women to feed their babies this poison, right? And then our stupid women, they follow right along with the Caucasian women, the black ones. When we were under curses and they didn't know no better. This is not a criticizing of them, all right? They were going through some stuff. And then that directly correlates to the creativity. Those cracker babies were getting ambrosia, straight food of the gods. Think about it. I'm a Moorish woman. Descended from a long line of Moorish women directly from Mississippi. All right. So I've heard a lot of messed up stories. You know, the ones about how feed my baby first, feed my baby, my little pink demon first, and then feed your sucker. Don't let nobody call you a sucker because that's what they used to call our babies, suckers and pups. Yeah, let that marinate for a second. Make sure your children know. So anyway, I said that affected the creativity of this country. Because think about the people who were probably nursed by a Moorish woman or so-called black woman. Those were all the people who were born before 1950. All the pre-baby boomers. They were doing all kinds of stuff. These are the people that came off the atomic bomb. They supposedly went to space. Think about it. When we stopped feeding your babies the food of the gods, now y'all gotta, those are they came up with, that was Disney. Think about it. And all those crazy cartoons and all that creativity. When have they been that creative since the 60s? Think about it. The technology. Think about it. Nothing since the 50s. It's like they just remaking stuff, and you could tell they've been holding on to some stuff and they running out. They've released the last thing they had. That's I think that's artificial intelligence, which is why they can't find they can't put it in no robots or nothing. So there's the news. All right. Before I keep going, I'm gonna cover the vine and fig tree thing while y'all in here. But real quick, time to pay some bills because I should have done it last week. Moors don't know. I'm finding Moors be surprised when they see other Moors with stuff that I've made. Yes, I'm living my life. All right. I've been given a good mind and some talents, and I'm putting them to use on behalf of my people. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I've come up with. If you go to CalifaMedia.com, it's kind of funny. It's kind of like an Amazon story. CalifaMedia.com started as a bookstore. I was helping other Moors put out their books, right? And then that transition, like I couldn't find some stuff. I couldn't find pins and buttons and t-shirts. I couldn't find what I liked. I'm like, oh, look at this. As long as I design it, somebody will make it for me. I can do design. I can definitely do design, right? And there you go. And then that transitioned into, why am I paying people to do this and then waiting 2 to 3 weeks to get it? And then it don't look right. I wish I could have made a prototype myself. So I have a Cricut and a printer quality, like a printer, like as in a professional printer quality printer over here. Okay. So I make all my stuff custom. I made this. I bought the t-shirt, but the rest of it, I did this. This is me. I have a t-shirt press over there too. Cause it's like, y'all tell me I got to upload it and wait 2 to 3 weeks to see if it's right. And then I can't get my money back. Nope. How do I make sure I get it right the first time? I'll do it myself. So if y'all need something customized, CalifaMedia.com and contact me and we can set something up. But what I have in-house now, you can go anywhere, just type in CalifaMedia.com. All kinds of books will come up because we've been out since 2014. All right. All kinds of, it's all Moorish stuff, all Moorish. So some of the physical, aside from the books, other physical items we have are, for the ladies, this is the Eunice pen, designed according to the instructions left by noble prophet Drew Ali to the Moorish National Sisters Auxiliary. There's details about that on CalifaMedia.com. There's a whole page. I think it's the Sisters Auxiliary page. I also have charms. This charm is modeled after that sash, the royal prince sash that you see him wearing while he's sitting in his seat at the convention. That's this. That's where I got it from. And in a minute, I'm about to turn that elephant, into a pen because the sisters got a pen. Where's y'all's? So if I may be so honored, I would love to make this for the brothers. It's an elephant because the guard dog of the Moorish nation isn't a dog. It's an elephant. So I'm like, that's perfect. Who better make it for but the brothers? So yeah, that's coming soon. Buttons. Remember I said I couldn't find stuff I wanted. So I wanted a button of this sash. So I couldn't find it. It was taking too long to get it. So I went and bought a button press. Oh yeah, this thing is heavy duty. All right. This is the top of the line. It's supposed to be able to, it's like a Kirby. You know what a Kirby is? Those vacuum cleaners? Yeah, this is that. The button press version. So that I could make, remember I just showed you this? All right. And this will all be on my TikTok shop when I figure out how to use this mug. Thank you all. It's like all these hearts flying through this thing. Thank you so much. All this fire. Thank you, Moors. Tell me why you do this. Because Moors say thank you. It's like you wouldn't believe how easy it is to please me. I probably shouldn't tell folks that, but it's just like my desires are so small. So I wanted that as a button. Didn't feel like waiting, so I bought the button press, and now I have it as a button, all right? So that's that in a button. That charm is a button. And I should mention this charm is available also as a key ring. I just stick a fob on it and now it's a key ring. All right, it's actually ready to go as a key ring. I just do it if you ask me to do it. And that's on CalifaMedia.com. Also, I make, of course, the regular buttons, turban buttons. But again, what if you want something like, oh man, but my suit, that's going to clash with my outfit. Somebody actually said that. So there you go. Does that go with your outfit? Or would this work better? Oh yeah. I have a subscription to the Creative Cloud, and I use all their applications except like the After Effects. I think that's like the only one I don't use. I use everything, right? I went to school to be a teacher. I swear I should have gone to school to be a graphic designer because that's what I ended up doing. And then, so yes, I make buttons, the Moorish turban buttons, in-house, by Moors. We need to start turning in on ourselves and watch everybody wither and die. Because we have been the money since they got here. So I'm not saying I'm not going to do anything to you except act like you're not there. That's all. That's the worst thing I can do to you. I'm going to go shop with my own people. No! You know, that'll just tear them apart. And go ahead and try to remake this and see how crazy you look. You're going to look like Kim Kardashian trying to trademark kimono. How crazy did that look? All right. In addition to that, so like I said, I have a lot of Aries in my chart, so patience isn't my strong suit. So I've got a button maker because I got tired of waiting on buttons. And then I found out, oh, look, there's an enamel version, Grand Sheik Kenyu Bay in Chicago. I guess he's the supreme Grand Sheik up there. I don't know. He gave me one and was like, can you remake this? Say less. Not only will I remake it, and yes, that's enamel. That's like, okay, this one is like for everyday wear. Oh, I'm going to a wedding. I'm going to a building opening, groundbreaking. This is the enamel, fancy, right? And you get it in a button. What is that? A butterfly clip? Options, butterfly clip or same button, safety pin clip, depending on what you're trying to do. Okay. And, let me not forget, while I'm on those buttons, medallions. Yes, real Moorish medallions with the 7 and the star and the crescent, right? So creation. If you go to louderers.com, LAUTERS.com, fair use. I'm just stating facts. This ain't no competition. This is a religious issue. This is a cultural issue. Anyway, y'all, the Moors know what I'm doing. Anyway, the one on Louderers, right, has the woman it's the Shriner symbol. They're putting a hex on you. Don't be stupid all your life. That kind of thing, right? So this one is made by Moors for Moors because of what Louderers was doing. And the same thing with the buttons. Let me just go and call them out. Oh, yeah, the button is only $4 at Louderers, right? But you got to spend $7 to get anything shipped. So go spend some more money. I think these buttons is like I think it's $7, shipping included. And I think the shipping is tracked. Oh, and let me not forget to say, every dollar you spend, 20% of it goes right back to the Moors via the charity that has been set up by Califa Media so the temples don't have to do it. I'm helping some Moors right now. They set up I'm not going to tell too much of their business, but they set up a GoFundMe incorrectly on behalf of something they were trying to do for the Moors. And now they got to find a charity that'll get it for them. Do you understand? I'm not going to say too much, but do you understand? Moors understand. All right, and some other stuff. Oh, since we're still on pins and buttons and jewelry, I'm going to get to some stuff real quick. And I see some Caribbeans in here, so yeah, y'all about to be upset. Other baubles. Moors have stuff, all right? Got t-shirts too. I'm always wearing these t-shirts. I design, except for the ones that say "Know Thyself." That's Sheldon L, right? From Sakina Moore. He designed those. But yeah, you can go to CalifaMedia.com and everything's up there. This is can you see that? Key 20. Some of y'all already had this stuff because this has been out for a while, but I don't know why people are just now finding out we here. But I guess it's like a child. People don't really know your child until they hit teenage years, right? So, of course, this is the symbols, the love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, my interpretation of the symbols, key 20, all right? And then to go with that, the Islam pen, right? I, self, law, and master. All right. We taking it back. All these symbols that other people have been using against us. What will happen? It's like nigga. And that's, look at the power that had with black folks behind it. All right. And of course, one more pen. Oh, what's your nationality? Right. It says, if you can't see it, it says Moorish American. Nice little acrylic pen. All right. And lastly, don't forget, if you can't see what that says, this is a magnet. Everything you do as a Moor means something. Everything you do as a Moor means something. Don't forget that. Everything you do as a Moor means something. All right. And this is available as a t-shirt as well. And that's that. All right. So now the main idea, and I'm almost 40 minutes in. This won't be a long one because this won't take long. You know what? I'll save this for Wednesday. All right. I will save this for Wednesday because I don't want to rush through it because I think it's kind of important. And I feel like if I rush through it, I'm going to say the wrong thing and it's going to take forever because I got to be backtracking and correcting myself. So Wednesday. And if you're Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, right here, wherever you are watching me from right now, except for YouTube Live because it's too unreliable. And if you have any business questions, bring them, right? Please. Or you can email me at certified at califamedia.com, right? Anything you want to ask me about, like just business. And my thing is, don't ask me how to get out of taxes for your job. I haven't had a job since oh my goodness, I can't even remember. I think I was 32. Well, how am I? This is crazy. See, this is stuff I don't keep track of. Okay, I remember the last time I had a job was I was 32. And this messed up. I'm trying to remember how old I am. Oh my God. And I just had a birthday. I'm 48. So 32, 48, what is that? I haven't had a job in 16 years, so I can't help you with income taxes. Start a business. That's all I can tell you. And your taxes disappear. Okay? Use your taxed entity to free yourself. That's what I'm doing. All right? I'm setting up a bunch of fake babies to help me get out of a bunch of stuff. And if you want to hear more about it, be here Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I promise I'll tell y'all about it. Okay? In fact, I'm going to take my big old fat stack of Post-it notes and make sure I write it down and stick it in my face. I'm gonna write it down right now. So what did I just say? Corporate babies. Right? And using them to break chains. Oh, that's what's up. Okay, so that'll be Wednesday. And with that, I'm out. Thank you, Moors. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget, go support them more. If you want to see more about, before the Wednesday, see more about what I mean about what I do as far as business from a Moorish angle. I don't even want to call it it's not an angle. It's an approach, I guess, right? That's on certifiedmoorish.org. Everything is up there, including frequently asked questions. And if you don't see it, there's a little button you can put, or a section you can submit a question that you don't see. I'm trying to do something. I really am. Basically, I'm trying to pull the rug out from under planet Earth, if that makes sense. Mankind, man, and then mankind. So I'm trying to pull the thing out from under mankind. All right. And with that, I'll check y'all later, Moors. Thank you again for your indulgence. I appreciate y'all. And I'll be back Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on TikTok and Instagram, right? YouTube gonna have to catch up because it's too glitchy. That's it. Peace, y'all. Bye-bye.